All right, so here we are. We're going to actually take our second cut on our teeny tiny Unimat SL DB200 lathe. We got our safety squints. And this is the second cut because you don't think I was going to let you watch me fuck up on camera, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. So, first off, I must say, it works! And I'm very excited. And second off, it's not super loud. Just tightening down the collet here. Not so wild. That is so wild. So now we're gonna zoom out so I can go ahead and share with you the goodies that I got. Actually, I guess I don't have to. Let's see here. And sorry about the homeschool mess, but that is a normal part of life around here. All right, so what we got here? Not knowing what you can see, we have. This is the faceplate, and it's got a piece of sandpaper stuck to it. But this is the faceplate. There is a machinist vise here, and this would clamp on the table. There's a drill chuck. I have two of these. These are collet chucks, and I don't actually know where the other one is at the moment. It's probably in the box underneath of the camera. Here's a 4-jaw chuck. There's a 3-jaw chuck on the lathe right here. The milling head is actually this right here, so everything here is all inclusive in this machine. It's really very interesting. Here's the tail stock. I have a assortment of bits and cutters. These are slotting cutters. I actually have an arbor for it too. Let me see. I think the arbor's in here. So these are high-speed steel slotting blades, slotting mills, and here's the arbor for that. And it just chucks into one of the collets for the collet holder. Here they are. I think I have 2 sets of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this set, and I don't know how many in the other set. I'm going to drag them all out. I may do a bigger video later. I'm very excited this thing works so well. I'm just using the cutter that was in it. So it's going to be a little squeakier than normal because it's not very sharp. Came with an assortment of little tools. So some of these I have no idea what they're for, or even if they serve a purpose for this tool, or if they were just parts from somebody's projects. A couple of extra collets. There are 3 collets in there. This little piece, okay, which does not look that important, but if I need to hold a round piece on the lathe, what I have to do is I have to mount the chuck on the bed, and that is what this little guy is for right here. Yeah, pretty cool. Very useful. I have a small set of collets. And when I say a small set, I mean a freaking complete set of Swiss-made collets. Look at all these. These are beautiful, like they've never been used. Not sure what this guy is for. It's some sort of collet. I'm thinking for a saw blade or something like that, because there was a little circular saw attachment that these guys would have come with, and I think this might have gone with it. But it mounts on the chucks or on the spindle, and there it is. Nothing to it. Strangely enough, that bolt fits both ways, so I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to read into that, but there you have it. It's obviously a collet though, because it's got a little little pin here so that you can tighten and loosen this up. It must have held a blade. Here's the other collet chuck. I got both of them. They're perfect shape. This one actually might have been used, but if you open them up, yeah, this one's clean, or clean S. And then this guy here has Cosmoline on the threads. See the Cosmoline? Nasty brown grease. So, I think I already showed you the drill chuck. So, hold on here. Alright, so I moved you, as you can tell. And on the table I have placed some new stuff. So this is the mill table. You just clamp it to the tool rest here, and you can use the tool rest as your XY movement on your mill head. This is an indexing head, and it's 48 teeth, so anything divisible by 48 I can actually index. So that's really cool right there. And then I have a bunch of extra screws. I mean, I could rebuild this thing with all these screws. And because no milling machine is good without it, here are the step clamps. And you just put this piece on the table and then tighten this bolt to tighten the clamp. Very simple, very nice. And I have 6 or 8 of these. Here's one that has never been opened. It is still inside of its original packaging. That's very nice. Very cool. I'm very excited about this. There are a lot of T-nuts in here, which are the pieces that go in these slots so that I can tie everything down. And then, whoops. If I need to mill round things between centers, I have this little guy, and this is called a dog. And you put the faceplate on, which is what now has sandpaper on it. But if you look at it, it's got little slots in it. And you would put this faceplate on and a center in there, and you would attach the dog pushed through these little slots from the face side, and it would drive your round stock. So this is a very flexible, very just universal type machine. It's very small, but it's also pretty capable too. You know, there's a lot of these things in the wild, as it were, and pretty cool to get to use and see and use one myself. Here's the tailstock for the lathe. It just clamps on these 2 rails. You'll see there's 2 little round bars down here in the very corner. Round bar. That is the ways to the lathe, and this just clamps onto those ways. See? And this movement, this is the X and Y movement for the whole lathe. So if I turn this hand wheel, the carriage moves down up. Unfortunately, I don't have the threading attachment. I could cry. But this is still an incredible machine. I'm still very happy to have it. It's really cool to see. Included in it was this little tool holder, but I don't think it goes with this machine, so I'll have to figure that out at a later date. But there we go. There is my Unimat DB200 miniature lathe. That's it.